Hello, and welcome to Aquarian Vibes. My name is Cora Faye. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a druid, a psychic, and someone who's deeply committed to walking a magical, spirit led life. My passion is helping others do the same. This first episode is more of a cozy intro. Just me sitting down with you and laying out what this podcast is about and why I believe it's going to become a really important part of your path. So if you found your way here, I don't believe that's an accident or a coincidence. I think there's something calling you here. Maybe you're curious. Maybe you're already deep into your spiritual path and just looking for someone to walk with. No matter what the reason, you're in the right place. Let me tell you a little bit about what you can expect here. So, Aquarian vibes all about tapping into your intuition, reclaiming your energy, and living a life that feels aligned with your soul, not just the version of you the world expects. And I mean really aligned, not in a trendy, aesthetic, Instagram spirituality kind of way, but in a my body knows, my spirit trusts, and my energy is sacred kind of way. This podcast is designed to guide you through a journey, not just a list of random topics, but a real intentional flow. In the early episodes, we're going to be focused on building our foundation because we wouldn't build a temple on cracked ground, right? So we'll begin with the basics, but not the boring kind. Some of the topics we'll explore are spiritual protection, how to protect your energy without living in fear, your energy centers, aka your chakras, and how they actually work in real life, not just on charts. Breath work, because your breath is literally one of the most powerful magical tools you have, believe it or not. And affirmations that actually work, not just fluffy phrases. And finding balance, especially when your life may feel chaotic or out of sync. Caring for your spiritual, mental, and physical health, because they're all connected to each other. And starting to uncover your unique life path, like what you're here to do, and how to trust yourself enough to follow it with confidence. These episodes will help you tune in, get grounded, and start feeling your energy again. Because once you've got that foundation, that's when the real magic starts to flow. After that, we'll move a little deeper. We'll explore topics such as manifestation, not from a place of hustle or bypassing, but from a real energetic alignment. Understanding magic itself, what it is, what it isn't, and how to work with it in ways that feel natural. We can discover your spiritual gifts and building confidence with those gifts, connecting with your higher self, and learning how to hear that voice above the noise. Shadow work, that's the deep stuff, the uncomfortable truths, and healing that comes when you stop running from yourself. Deepening your spiritual study, not just collecting knowledge, but also embodying it. This is where things start to shift for people. When you begin to trust yourself more. When things that used to confuse you start to make sense. When you stop outsourcing your power and start owning it. And then, once that energetic foundation is strong and your self-trust is solid, that's when we step into the really juicy magic. We'll get into topics such as, but not limited to, spellcasting, rituals, from basic to advanced, and how to create spells that work. We'll get into some different magical topics such as glamour magic, as well as baneful magic. Yeah, we're not afraid to go there because protection, boundaries, and justice have a place in magic too. We'll also get into working with deities and how to build real relationship with divine beings and your spirit guides. I'm not here to tell you there's only one way to do things. I'm not here to hold your hand forever either. I'm here to walk beside you while you remember your own power. Because everything I've shared on this podcast is stuff I've lived through, things I've practiced, things I still practice, things that helped me when I felt lost, disconnected, confused, or stuck, things that brought me back to myself and to spirit. You won't hear any gatekeeping here. You won't hear fear-mongering either. Just truth, energy, spirit, and love. Sometimes messy, sometimes raw. Always real. And I want you to know, you don't need to be advanced to be here. You don't have to have all the lingo or tools or rituals down. All you need is openness. That's it. If your spirit is nudging you to listen, you're ready. Aquarian Vibes is going to be a blend of lessons, reflections, rituals, stories, and spiritual real talk. It's the kind of podcast you can binge or come back to week by week. Either way, you'll be building something meaningful with each episode. You can think of it like this. This show is your cozy corner of the ether, your spiritual sanctuary, a place to root down and rise up, a place to remember who you are. Episodes will drop every week, and I'll be showing up with fresh insights, real energy. If something lands, share it. If you love what you hear, subscribe. Leave a review. Pass it to someone else who might need it. And you can always connect with me via email, especially if you want to work with me one-on-one. So thanks for being here. Thank you for listening and trusting your curiosity enough to play. This is going to be such a powerful journey. Welcome to Aquarian Vibes. Let's get started.